There's a white SUV outside my apartment right now, and right when he drives by me, there's a cop driving by on this intersection. And there's these other stalkers walking up that live in my apartment building. They're gonna walk up synced and go in the door synced when they come in. But today is payday, and I guess I'm not getting paycheck today because nobody told me that we don't get paychecks today. I thought we did, but I guess we don't today. So I got no money. I need help. If anyone can help, Cash App, PayPal. There's a bunch of whiteys outside and black and silver. They walked in the building, synced with this other guy walking around the corner outside. And then there's black and silver stalker cars. And now they're walking down the hallways, and they're gonna walk in the door synced. I don't know. I just keep hearing footsteps in the hallway. I don't know what they're doing out there. There's this other guy walking across the parking lot now. He's probably gonna stalk, and I think he was stalking halfway through the parking lot. Right when he walks up to his car, there's a white car driving behind him on the street. And when he walks up, and then he gets into his blue car, right as there's a red truck in the intersection, and then there's a red truck behind the red truck, and then there's frequencies being shot in my ear. And then he started the blue car, and then he's gonna pull off when another red car comes out or something. He's getting back out of the blue car when a white SUV drives through the intersection. I guess he turned it back off again. He's walking back across the parking lot. And he's walking in the building, and he's touching his nose when he does. And then there's this red truck that was sinking with this white truck and these other cars, I think. And there was this truck beeping outside earlier this morning that kept beeping, like right outside my apartment. My water heater just turned on synced, and there's a white SUV synced. There's this truck like right outside my apartment like a few hours ago. He's just like beeping really loud. Synced over and over a bunch of times. And then I see sync cars right now. I see a bunch of sync cars. And then more of them. Sync chain reactions. And then there's the sync banging sounds with the sync cars. And this guy's walking back out again in his blue car. And there's a red truck driving out when he walks out. Like, there was a red truck when he went in, and there was a red truck when he walked back out. And then there's these whiteys, and then there's all these other stalker cars. And there's someone opening a tan truck door as a white SUV drives out. And then the guy's getting in his blue car right when the white SUV gets to the intersection and a tan truck door is closing at that moment. And then a blue car drives out when he starts the blue car. And then there was a whitey with that blue car. And he's taking off in the blue car as a red car drives out and syncs with other red cars. And then he's driving forward as the tan truck drives forward. They're leaving simultaneous. Like the tan truck was parked on the side of the street. He just drives forward at the same time as a blue car driving forward out of the parking lot. And the guy in the blue car had a blue shirt. I don't know if that's a blue shirt, blue car thing, but that's the thing that they do though, is they'll have a blue shirt in a blue car, or a red shirt in a blue car, or a blue shirt in a red car, or a red shirt in a red car. Tweaker. Yep, tweaker. You're right. My camera be tweaking even. I'm tweaking so hard, even my camera tweaks out. And then you see it and you start tweaking. So you gotta put a blindfold on when you watch it. Otherwise you start tweaking like me. I see a bunch of red cars and white cars, and there's this this truck starting. That's a stalker truck. He's gonna stalk. Cause I'm tweaking. There's a white stalker van. He's turning into the stalker lot. Guys hopping into the stalker truck when a white stalker van drives out, and other black and silver stalkers. Bunch of black and silver stalkers. And then more stalkers synced with the other stalkers. And then I hear a plane. Is he gonna fly over my head? Where is it? That semi just pulled up, and I think he was synced with whiteys or something, some type of stalkers in the background. And he's getting out, synced with the whitey and a tan car. And then he's gonna unload the truck sink, and then there's someone walking across the parking lot with a red shirt, and they're probably gonna sink. And then the stalker truck is taking off. The other stalker truck is taking off, synced with the whitey SUV. And then there's a banging sound when the white SUV goes around the corner. And then he's syncing with another white SUV, and then there's more sounds. I think the banging sound was the trailer, the truck trailer, the semi-truck trailer. Now I hear a helicopter. Plane? What is it? I don't see it. I'm seeing more stalker cars on the street. How am I doing today? I'm good. How you doing today? I need some money, but other than that, I'm good. I think I see black and silver stalkers and then a whitey truck. What kind of program they have me in? A retarded one. A very extremely stalk-tarded. I see a bunch of whiteys again, and then a black car synced with the whitey, and then a silver car synced with a black car. I knew it. And then another silver car synced with the silver car and whitey. And just keep passing the sync baton on the next sync head. And then the guys coming out of the truck trailer synced with the stalkers on the street, rolling out with the wheelie cart out of the truck trailer synced. And there's other stalkers. And then there's other stalkers. It just keeps going. It just never ceases to be insane. Stalk-tarded. There's a car honking outside, and and then after that video that I did this morning, the whitey was hitting its lock button when I got across the street, and then right after I turned the camera off, they hit their lock button again at the corner of the bank. And the guy's coming back out to the truck trailer, and he's doing it synced with whiteys on the street. And then they just be in the back of semi truck trailers, just making banging noises and shit, just like setting the cart down synced or whatever they're doing in there. And they'd be like throwing pallets around synced out here or whatever sounds they make out here. And they'd be slamming dumpster lids synced. And they'd be hitting, using nail guns and other power tools and jackhammers, and I see a bunch of whiteys right now. And like I said, there was a siren last night at 3:22, and it started right at the exact same time that the AC outside my apartment window started. Right when it clicks on, the siren started, and then I look at the time on my phone, it says 3:22, and they start sirens at synced times like that sometimes, or 33. I see a tan car and a white truck and a silver car all synced up, and a bunch of syncs. And when I woke up this morning, like I get up and I walk in the other room, and then right there's people outside, like, woo! Or something, or they're yelling something. I don't remember what they're doing, but there's people out in the parking lot yelling something. bird flying up and he's synchronizing. I think he's synchronizing, flew over my head as the car was driving out. Then I think they're making the banging sound synced with the cars driving out. And these two cars are synced. Like there was nothing happening for a second, and then two cars synced, and then here goes the stalker parade. And these guys walking out, and then he like pointed at me. He's like points at me. And there's a guy walking the dog, and there's a car turning to park behind him in the parking lot. And then these other guys are walking away, and they're both getting in red cars. And like they keep looking like they're looking right at me too. The one guy isn't in his red car yet. Okay, now he's in it. And his door's still open, and he's gonna close it synced. He's closing it right as the other red car starts to back up. And then there's an engine sound, and then there's another red car in the background with another car behind it. And then there's a blue truck synced with the red car taking off. And then the other red car takes off right as he gets out of the parking lot, and there was another red car in the background at the same time. And then he's syncing with a motorcycle, and I think it was maybe a blue car when he drove out of the parking lot with the red car. And then he's syncing with the whitey when he drives around the last corner. But yeah, I got no monies. I need help. My refrigerator's turning on right now. It's a stalker. It's a stalker. He's always stalking me every day. There's banging sound outside. See a whitey sinking with other stalkers, and the guy's getting back in the semi truck now. He's hopping in right as a tan car drives through the intersection. And then he's driving, and then there's a motorcycle driving through the intersection behind him. And it's sinking with a whitey truck. And then the AC outside the apartments turn on, and there's these sounds outside that are at the same time, I think. And there's people getting out of a car in the parking lot. It was probably at the same time. And then right when they walk around the corner, there's a truck outside going. Yeah, right at this second I don't see it, but there's just always birds out here sinking up and bugs. Like when I look out my window, there'll just be a bug flying by, and right when it flies in front of the intersection, a car will drive through it. Like a bird will fly over the intersection and a car will drive through it, or it'll fly over the corner of a building when a car drives by it, around it. Or it'll like fly and like land up on a pole synced or whatever, or it'll fly off of the pole synced, or it'll fly in front of my window synced, or it'll fly over my head synced. Or it'll just be like a flock of birds flying over synced, and then they'll come back around and they'll fly over synced again. And then, or like a flock of birds syncing with another bird. Like, and then they're always chirping synced, and it's especially obvious late at night. Because it'll be dead ass quiet, and then a bird will start chirping synced, like right outside my window. And I see red stalkers, and I see other stalkers constantly the entire time I'm talking. Constant stalkers. But no bird stalkers right now. I don't know where all the bird stalkers went. They fly south for winter or what? With all bird stalkers. I see a truck with one light. He's stalking, I think. There's this silver car that's syncing with this engine sound, and I think he was syncing with the black car, and possibly the red truck with the one light. The guy walking out, he's dumping something in a dumpster, and he's walking back around the corner when a car drives out. And then it's syncing with the whitey truck and other stalker cars. Now I hear a jet coming. Is this one gonna fly over my head? No, I don't know where it's at either. I don't know if any of those are stalkers, but at least one of them probably is. There's a FedEx. He's synced with a whitey. He's synced with the whitey, man. Oh, he drove back around the other way. Did he sync that time too? There's the whiteys. 2 whiteys. That's it. I see more stalker cars. I just be laughing because I just see more stalker cars, like just more and more and more of them. Oh, here's a bird. I don't know about that bird. It's just usually when I see a bird, it's a stalker. So I'm like, here comes a bird again. But he didn't do anything, I don't think. There's the one video where all the birds were like attacking me. They do that sometimes. There's a butterfly flying from my window synced with a stalker driving out right now. But like there's one video where all the birds were like ganging up on me and they're like attacking me almost. Like acting like they're gonna attack me. And then like there's this one bird like over by across the street from the library that last year, like last fall, I think last fall or whenever, it kept like flying like low to the ground, like right by like my ankles. It would just come fly like super close to me and like act like it's gonna fly at me and shit. And do it at synced moments. And then there's been several different dogs that run up like they're gonna attack me at synced moments. Like I said, when I was delivering the other day, that happened, and then when I was delivering at Domino's one night, like right as I'm walking away from this house, it's nighttime, and this like black dog comes out of the shadows, and it's just like barking at me and like acting like he's gonna bite me and shit. This like big dog. And I'm just like holding out the pizza bag. I'm like, get back. And he just follows me all the way to my car, barking at me. And I'm like, and then there's just been other dogs that just like run up on me synced. Like they're not aggressive though, but they just like run up at me synced. Or someone will just be standing outside with their dog and it's not on a leash, and their dog will just run up to me synced. And they're like, hey, get back here. And then the bugs will attack me synced. The bugs will fly in my face synced. Sometimes it'll be like a wasp, like flying in my face. Like he's gonna attack me. And there'll be flies in my apartment flying synced, like buzzing in my ears synced, flying by my face synced, and like landing synced and shit. Landing in front of me synced. And then there's this one bug in my apartment, like last year or whatever. I don't know what type of bug it was. But it's this weird, like, moth. It has, like, moth wings, but, like, smaller wings. And it's, like, I don't know what type of bug it is, but it was, like, being really aggressive. It kept, like, coming up, flying in my face and, like, trying to attack me and shit. And he was, like, a kung fu expert. It's, like, some, like, CIA bug. And kept flying in my face synced and trying to attack me. And then he just disappeared. I don't know where he went. Like I was trying to kill him, but then he just disappeared. And I'll just see bugs that like I've never seen before. Like I don't know what type of bug it is, or if it's like they just like created a Franken bug, laboratory. There's an engine sound right now. Right when I walk up in front of this window. But I mostly see sink butterflies and moths and I haven't had a lot of sink flies in my apartment this summer, but last summer there was. And so I'll see sink flies, sink butterflies, moths, and like occasionally like dragonflies or like just whatever type of bug. Or bees or wasps. And then occasionally believe me or not, but occasionally I'll see like a piece of like fluff flying through the air as I walk up to an intersection. I'll just see like it's like a piece of cotton flying through the air or something. And I'll see this at sync moments all the time. Just saying, like I do. I don't know. It just is. It just does happen. So maybe it's the same thing. Maybe it's not. But it does happen all the time, though. So I think it probably is. But yeah, they've also been. I've said this already, but I mean, it's worth repeating. They've also been shooting frequencies in my ears a lot the last few days. So whoever they are, fuck them in the ass with a pitchfork. Here's a cop car. Was he synchronizing? He's coming back around. And he's synchronizing with the engine sound, farting in the wind. They're looking through your eyes and sensitizing you to dark Pavlovian triggers. Can read some partials and postcards, observations using the cameras. But yeah, and then when I was walking into my apartment yesterday, I'm walking up the hall and I see a stalker turning out of the hall at the end of the hall as I walk like into the hall. and then, or like, as I'm walking up the hall, and right when they turn, I'm walking by someone's apartment and they make a noise inside the apartment. And then people will always just like have their doors open and then they'll close it when I walk by, or they'll open it when I walk by. Or like they'll have it cracked open and they'll close it when I walk by, or open it when I walk by. Or they'll cough when I walk by, or they'll make some other sound when I walk by. Or they'll be like, there's this one stalker that's always like starting phone conversations when I walk by their door, when I walk by their apartment. Just always happens to be starting a phone conversation when I walk by their apartment. I don't know if they do like phone surveys as a job or something, but like it's just always right when I walk by the door though. So it's just kind of weird. I see a bunch of black and silver stalkers right now. And they've been stalking nonstop the entire time I'm talking again. Just in case you forgot, they're still stalking out there. And then the one dude in my apartment, like I said, has a camera on his door and it's just always making these synced up sounds. Like it makes, like, I think it's like he's turning the camera on or something. I don't know, but it's just like boop or whatever. It makes a sound like that. And it'll do it when I'm coming out of my apartment door, or it'll do it at whatever sync moment, or when I walk by his apartment, or it'll do it like when I'm inside my apartment because I can hear it out in the hall through my door. It'll do it synced. Well, I see the black and silver stalkers again, a lot of black and silver cars, and then more black and silver cars, but I'm out.